Hey guys, so in this video we are going to go balls deep into Neji Hyuga from Naruto, and of course there are going to be spoilers and pronunciation errors in this video. So just as always, remember to smash the notification bell to remind you of all our upcoming videos. Hit the like button if you learnt something new, and leave down in the comment section below any ideas you want us to do. We have a sponsor right now and it's called Bookwalker, and they are offering $5 off any manga that you purchase from this website, and it's pretty good and I've recommended a few. Go check out the link. Anyways, let's get started. Neji's name in Japanese means screw or whirl, which can be referring to his secret taijutsu, 8 trigon palm revolving heaven, as the jutsu involves revolving or spinning chakra to form a barrier. Neji's name is also possible a play on Nejiya, an internal Chinese martial art that focuses on developing eternal chi through whirling and spinning techniques. Nejiya actually incorporates the yin-yang theory, with motions of the body being combined and coordinated with Chinese breathing techniques to develop eternal power for both offensive and defensive purposes, which kinda what Neji represents. This actually relates back to the Hyuga clan, as well as their whole martial arts is related to this, and the clan at times is even represented with the yin and yang symbol. Neji's family name Hyuga means place in the sun, and Hyuga is also the name of the city in the Miyazaki prefecture in Japan. So Neji Hyuga could mean whirling a place in the sun. Neji's name was also the inspiration for Boruto, as in an interview Masashi Kishimoto stated that the origin of the name Boruto is from Neji, who brought Naruto and Hinata together and can have the meaning of connecting. Boruto bolt is another way of saying Neji screw. Neji's character conception was brought together with the huge story plot of introducing the Hyuga clan, a major noble clan of Konoha. Neji was actually the representative of the family and their Kekkei Genkai, the Byakugan. His character was designed to portray a particular theme within the Naruto universe of a lack of choice and destiny. Kishimoto described Neji's personality as a realist and cool-minded, which could have been a reason why Neji accepted his destiny and submitted to reality. He was also given the bandage design around his legs and hands to add to the personality of, much like Rock Lee, of being a hard worker, training and being dedicated. That's why they are rivals. As well as, you know, to make him look cool basically, and that was the intentions behind all of that, and yeah, it worked. In fact, Neji, being the part of the house members of the Hyuga clan, was branded with the Hyuga main branch family Genjutsu, which is a seal that allows the main family to control the house branch, which Neji ultimately accepted. The seal was in the form of a manji symbol, which represents the harmonious internal play of the many opposites in life, like day and night, heaven and earth, the darkness and light, similar to yin and yang. But in Neji's case, it would be said that Neji's branch family is the opposite of the main family. A fun fact about this is that although the seal initially resembled the manji symbol, which in actuality is a Hindu and Buddhist symbol, but more commonly associated with the inverted party of the guys in Germany, which is infamous, which I'm not going to mention because I don't want to be demonetized. So anyways, like most similar cases, the symbol was required to be censored in Naruto, so it was replaced with an X in the anime version of the series to avoid confusion. The change also happened in the Viz monthly distribution of the English manga, but the original design is retained in the Viz volume compilations. The Viz versions of the manga has also taken care to always mention that the symbol is not a swastika whenever it is displayed. One last thing to mention about Neji Hyuga is, since he is not in Boruto after what happened, now I don't know if this is 100% confirmed because we couldn't find a legitimate source, but it looks real, and I have heard before that Kishimoto did draw Neji of how he may look like after the war if he was still alive in Boruto, and pretty much he looks kinda similar but more older and sexier as usual, and this is how he must have looked like. From a young age, Neji was said to be a natural genius, even by high standards set by the Hyuga clan. His father believed his talent and potential growth could eventually surpass all other Hyuga. Besides his clan traits, Neji graduated from the academy at the top of his class, which in turn convinced Rock Lee that Neji was the top competitor during the first Chunin exams, and ultimately Rock Lee made a rival out of Neji. Although Neji was not promoted during those exams, he was the only Konoha 11 member to become a Jonin during the time skip. Most of the others only made it to Chunin, and Neji graduated the academy at the age of 12 and became a Chunin at 15. He was typically calm even in the hectic situations, a quality the 5th Hokage Tsunade said made him a good leader. With Neji's dojutsu and Kekkei Genkai, the Byakugan, he had near 360 penetrative field of vision. He was able to increase his Byakugan's range over time as well, whereas he could only see things 50 meters away in part 1, but in part 2 in Naruto Shippuden, Neji could see things from at least 800 meters away. And guys, I'm not just talking about seeing, I'm talking about he can see things in Ultra 4K HD vision. Along with his unreal vision, Neji could also see chakra pathway systems and the 361 Tenketsu pressure points that run along it. And with his clan's signature technique, the gentle fist, Neji could attack those points directly and remove your chakra points. Neji was also able to master the secret taijutsu 8 trigon 64 palms, and I'm guessing the 128 palms, which should only be passed down in the main house of the Hyuga clan. Neji, being a branch house member, was able to master it only using his observation and talent. Along with this secret technique, Neji picked up the 8 Trigon Palms Revolving Heaven, which is also only passed down to the main house. The 8 Trigon Palm is said that it can reach the speed of 745 miles per hour, which is 1200 kilometers, and if any opponent can outrun this speed in the direction of the rotation, it will breach the defense. Tenten described this technique as the most powerful and perfect defensive technique, surpassing even Gaara's Sand. So I don't know, this was mentioned in the anime only, however, about how fast it is, but you know, you can take it for what it is. Neji could also use fire, water and earth release. Neji was a talented Hyuga. He was called a prodigy for his clan, but because being born in the branch family, he always wanted true freedom as a desire since childhood. He carried this very resolve to sacrifice himself to save Naruto as a symbol of protecting his comrades and choosing his own path. Neji Hyuga, in fact, was a person that always embraced the idea of birds flying through the sky, according to Naruto Data Book 4, that to Neji, birds flying symbolize freedom, and this is why it's further insinuated when he saves Naruto's life, as a phoenix or bird or a Moltres type bird is shown to us during his sacrifice to connote back to the very idea that he chose his freedom. So as I said, this video will have spoilers, but Neji's death made sense because he died from a tree and he was from a branch family. I don't know, that's some cheesy joke. But in regards to Neji's death, some of you may be wondering, why was he chosen instead of Kiba, right? Kobayashi asks this question to Kishimoto himself, and he explains it was because he decided to make Hinata into the lead heroine of the show a while back, and that's why all the other female characters took a step back in the show, and he wanted to use Neji's death as a plot device to bring Naruto and Hinata together to help further push on their feelings, love and understanding of one another. Symbolically, Neji's death paralleled his father's death, in which they both died to choose to protect their loved ones. Now I'm not gonna go super balls deep into this topic because we have already done a video on this which has over 400,000 views, and it's a detailed analysis and video, and it's 10 minutes long, and you guys seem to love it, and you could go check out that video if you want more information. Now, although Neji passed away early in this series, a lot of fans were trying to find the right ship for him, right? And Tenten seemed to be the favourite pick. Although in the series Tenten's relationship with her teammates was portrayed to be platonic, right? However, there was still many reasons for this ship to sail. For instance, during the Chunin exams, Neji specifically told his team to find some information on the scrolls, and then he came back to this designated spot, right? Later, both Neji and Tenten returned, but Lee does not appear. Because of Lee's lateness, Neji and Tenten both sleep on a tree together. Now we all hear that saying, Neji and Tenten sitting in the tree. K-I-S-S-I-N-G. First comes love, then comes marriage, then comes the baby mama in the carriage. But now I'm saying, yeah, you know, you guys get the point, right? This might not truly mean anything, but what we can tell is that Tenten did have a more liking towards Neji than Rock Lee. She's shown admiration for him more than once throughout the series. For example, in the Chunin exams, she supports Neji throughout and believes in his abilities. In Naruto Shippuden, they are always hanging out together, training and complementing one another. In fact, Neji and Tenten have the same theme song in the anime, and some of you may not have realized this, but Tenten has a slower beat and Neji's is more upbeat. And not to look at this so deeply, but that must hold some significance. And realistically though, in the terms of love, if Neji would have survived, more than likely, he would have married his cousin Hanabi. And you guys must be thinking, Hanabi? He's gonna marry Hanabi? That's some incest shit, bruh. But this is how the case was. As being from a noble clan with a powerful Kekkei Genkai, it is usually prioritized to be kept within the clan. This is also the main reason they have two branches, as it keeps them from marrying their immediate relatives, like brothers or sisters. Kishimoto took a lot of inspiration for the Kekkei Genkai from the Koga Ninja Scrolls, which was much more explicit about the inbreeding, to the extent that most shinobi born with genetic abilities also had the grotesque deformities, and the two principal clans at war with each other were originally trying to unite through marriage to broaden their gene pool. For the Japanese dub, Neji is voiced by Koichi Tochika, the same dude who voiced Sentaro Kodobayashi in Bleach. Man, I don't know how to pronounce his name, god damn. But Brindo and young Hody Jones in One Piece, he voiced them too. And Toyohiro Kenediachi in JoJo's Bizarre Adventures, and I've definitely butchered all of them and just made that halal. I can't be bothered to retake this. But anyway, and for Neji's English dub, he's voiced by Steve Staley, who also voiced Toshiro in Bleach and Griffiths from Berserk. Now that's crazy to think about, that Griffiths is in Naruto and he's gonna mess a few things up, guys. This is some scary shit. So as we all know, Neji Hyuga isn't really prominent in Naruto Shippuden anymore, even though he was one of the most popular characters in the whole anime. But as a remarque to Neji, in episode 156 of Naruto Shippuden, Naruto himself points out how Neji doesn't appear in Naruto anymore that often, whereas Rock Lee and Tenten do. Neji then argues that as a Jonin, he is constantly away on missions and never has free time. But this isn't the last of it, guys. In Naruto Shippuden episode 192 called Neji's Chronicles, Konohamaru, Udon and Muigi interview Neji about Naruto for a newspaper. The whole episode is a reference to the previous episode of 156, in which Neji demanded to have his own special episode due to his lack of screen time, and pretty much the writers and directors behind the anime knew that. And you can check out these episodes if you want to see Neji as a grown up more, because we don't really see that and it will bring back a lot of nostalgia. Although Neji was written off, while all the other Konoha 11 survived, Neji places well in the Naruto character popularity polls compared to most of them. He was even able to reach an all-time high and the 6th most popular character of the whole anime. Neji and Rock Lee are usually matched in overall popularity. Like in the first poll, Neji was placed 12th, and in the second poll it dropped down to 13th. Then on the 3rd he was placed 10th, and then on the 4th he was placed 5th, which is his all-time best. So overall, in the final Naruto data book, which was released when the show ended, Neji was placed around 6th or 7th place out of all the characters of being the most popular, which is actually quite insane. Alright guys, it's blazing round time, try and keep up. Neji's ninja registration number is 012587. You can use that as a pin number, thank you. Neji's birthday is on the 3rd of July, giving him the zodiac sign of Cancer, just like me and Yusuf. In the first part of the series, Neji was around 13 to 14 years of age. His height was 159 centimeters tall to 160 centimeters, and he weighed around 45 kilos to 46 kilos. And in the second part of the series, he was 17, and by the end he was 18 years old. Neji's height was 172 centimeters tall, and he weighed around 54 kilos, and his blood type is O. Neji's hobby was meditation. Neji's favorite food was soba, while his least favorite food were pumpkins, and he also had a low tolerance for anything spicy, so I'm guessing I can't invite him for dinner, as being Asian, he can't eat any of my shit. Neji's favorite phrase was flying leap, and which refers to making rapid progress in something, right? And that's what he was all about. Neji desired opponents. He wanted to fight Hiyashi Hyuga and Naruto Uzumaki. He always wanted to fight these two guys, and he wanted to prove to them that the branch people were the best, and that's why he probably wanted to fight Hiyashi to prove that fact. But he also wanted to fight Naruto again, possibly for revenge for when he lost against the Chunin exams, and to further validate his strength to everyone else. Anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed this video, and smash the like button and support us. Share this video to anyone you want to. Follow us on social media. We are making a second channel soon, and I hope you guys enjoyed this content, and let me know what videos you want us to do in the comment section, and we'll see you next time.